Okay, good evening, everyone. It is 7 o'clock, and I would like to call this meeting to order. Would you all please stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. My name is Don Lips, and I'm currently the president of the school board. To my left is Heather Staggs, the vice president. To her left is Jackie Deckard, the secretary. And to her left is Matt Hankins, board member. Michelle Ball, board member, was not able to attend this evening. To my right is our superintendent, Mr. Eric Bolin. And to his right is our assistant to the superintendent, Mrs. Susie Lips. On behalf of the board and the administration, I'd like to welcome you here this evening and thank you for attending, as well as those people that might be watching us virtually. This meeting is a meeting of the school board and the public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. Opportunity for participation will be permitted in accordance with policy B-250. I would like to remind everyone that 48 hours prior to our meetings, all meeting documents are now posted on our website for you to view in advance of the meetings. If you are a regular attendee to these meetings, you might notice something a little bit different here this evening. We have several interactive panels on our walls here this evening. So we'd like to applaud the tech department for ordering those and getting those in and getting those hooked up for us this evening. And then also, before we begin our meeting, I'd like to give a special shout out to our friends from Florida, who have made a special trip by driving all the way to Florida here this evening just for this meeting. So welcome back to Mr. and Mrs. Lund. Good to see you. We're beginning the meeting this evening with our recognition of a couple different student groups. So we would like to begin with our first student group. I'd like to first introduce Mr. Van Buskirk. Mr. Van Buskirk is the auto shop teacher at Martinsville High School. He is currently in his 14th year of teaching with the MSD of Martinsville. Students have the opportunity to learn beyond the textbook, hands-on experience in automotive classes taught by Mr. Van Buskirk. To learn more about Mr. Van Buskirk's class and all the other skilled trade classes, we would like to invite you to attend the upcoming skilled trade open house that will be on November 3rd from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the vocational building at Martinsville High School. I know Mr. Bolin later on in the meeting is going to talk a little bit more about that. So I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Van Buskirk. Mr. Van Buskirk, you'd like to come up to the podium, please.
Don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone here. Thanks for the recognition. Wished I'd got it out to my students a little earlier. I got it today, and I don't think they either had plans or they were busy because they're high school kids. But it's been a great pleasure working here. I've enjoyed working with the kids and fixing your cars, and I think that's about all. Got any questions? Nope.
I appreciate you fixing the cars because you kept that 95 Jeep going for me and my family. So the students and you appreciate that.
We worked on that one.
It has. You've done well.
Today was John Marion's Jeep, so next week it'll probably be Matt's something.
We know the cycle.
It helps though to have people's cars to work on because teaching them the same old things that are just here, take that and let's take that apart that's been apart 47 times. Having a real live shop is an honor because they struggle. They find out there are real struggles. This isn't all going to be cut and dry. Everything's different. I hate working on cars, Van B. I'm like, well, maybe that's not your cutout then. Maybe go see if you like the wood shop or writing papers or something.
Well, I would like to say too, I think it's always interesting to go in and see the assortment of vehicles that you have in there, which is a great experience for the kids because you have some real old
Yeah.
older vehicles, you have some newer vehicles, so.
I took my Hudson out of there tonight, went down to the square while I killed time and the car show out there tonight, so
Yeah.
that was nice.
I spoke,
again,
Chat with some people, saw Angie Lucas out there. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Told her come back to work too.
I spoke to one of your former students a couple weeks ago who asked me if I still had my old Jeep.
Oh,
And he
yeah?
said he really liked that Jeep because he was the only one that could drive a straight shift
Oh, yeah.
back in that class. And he said, I always enjoyed driving that around, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah,
And that's-
it's like one out of the whole group probably can drive a stick.
yeah.
Maybe two. But yeah,
Well.
we loved your Jeep.
Well, we do appreciate everything that your program offers for our students and for our learning community here, so thank you very much.
Glad it's here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Last school year, the Martinsville School District Administration and representatives met and participated in informal dialogue with community partners, Morgan County probation representatives, Morgan County prosecutors, and representatives from the Martinsville Police Department. Through our formal and informal conversations, it was determined that intentional and purposeful early intervention at a young age and at the beginning of a school year would be advantageous for student growth and for the students' educational achievement in the future. Therefore, being creative and visionary, the HYPE program was designed on paper and developed through much planning and preparation. Tonight, our district student service director, Tiffany Oswalt, who took the vision and put it into action, along with the team of HYPE coordinators who are here this evening, are in attendance to share the progress and success of our fifth grade HYPE students from Bell Intermediate Academy. Please welcome Tiffany Oswalt and her HYPE team.
Yes, behind the sign.
Well, thank you for letting us showcase HYPE tonight. I am Tiffany Oswalt, the district's Director of Student Services, and we are here today to present our newly created program called HYPE. What does HYPE stand for? HYPE stands for Helping Your Personal Environment. HYPE is a program we designed for our 5th and 6th graders to gain more of a sense of belonging and a sense of community. The HYPE Adventure program is an outreach program designed to instill life skills and focus on increased student involvement at school. The program currently consists of 30 HYPE participants and 25 MHS ambassadors. The goal is for HYPE students to demonstrate more positivity at school and enjoy the outcomes of their experiences. At this point in the school year, these students have shown improved attendance and classroom performance. Congratulations to the students and their families for this success. Let me introduce the other HYPE team members. We have Mrs. Jane Mertz, school counselor, and Mr. Doug Reynolds from John R. Wooden Middle School. Mrs. Jessica Miller, social worker, and Miss Nikki Walls, social worker from Bell Intermediate Academy, and Mrs. Patty Osler, MSD of Martinsville's Family Services Coordinator. And we have MHS ambassadors here tonight. The role of the MHS ambassadors is to provide a positive example for 5th and 6th grade students. Along with the MHS ambassadors, HYPE program has partnered with Bradford Woods from Martinsville High School, the MHS ambassadors, the CARES grant, and guest speakers from the community to help facilitate the program. We look forward to watching the successes and growth in the student participants through their involvement with HYPE. Thank you for letting us share this exciting new program with all of you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Okay, this is a point in the meeting where we offer our exit plan for those of you that were here for the student recognitions. You're more than welcome to stay for the board meeting. However, if you would like to exit early, we're going to give you a couple of minutes here to do that. Okay, next on the agenda are public comments for agenda items. Okay, we have no one that signed up for that. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda, and of course, the school board members get all of this information prior to the meeting, so we have time to go over all of this. But the consent agenda consists of payroll claims and the payroll report, budgetary claims, the certified and the non-certified reports. So at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as it's been presented.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mr. Bolin, I know you want to add here about...
Yes, absolutely. Included in the consent agenda is a hiring that we have for law enforcement officer. And I wanted to read a little blurb here about Brian because I think we are very lucky to have him join our team. The MSD of Martinsville announces the selection of Brian Chambers with unanimous vote as law enforcement director effective November 7th, 2022. The 1987 Artesian graduate served with the Martinsville Police Department for 23 years. He also specifically served the Martinsville Youth for 9 years as the juvenile officer, investigator for the Morgan County Prosecutors as a Morgan County Prosecutor's officer, and various roles with the Morgan County SWAT team. Brian shared the following. During my law enforcement career, I was given the opportunity to work cooperatively with many current and former school administrators, principals, and teachers to make our schools safer. I'm excited to have another chance to rekindle that relationship and be on the forefront of an important safety aspect in the educational lives of our students. Let's welcome Brian Chambers as our law enforcement officer director. Speaking personally, whenever I got into administration in 2001, Brian was the juvenile officer for the city of Martinsville, and I got to work closely with Brian for 5 years there. And I remember going to some trainings that we had, Brian, for school safety, and he was on the forefront then. And I remember Brian talking to our high school staff one time in Auditorium A, and told them then, at that time it was 2002, he said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I remember that vividly because our when became 2011, when the when visited our doorstep. So Brian, I appreciated your time and effort then. Look forward to working with you moving forward now to ensure the safety of our students and school community and our staff. So welcome aboard. Okay, Mr. Lips, turn it back over to you, sir.
All right. I'm going to turn it back over to you for...
Oh, well, we have no field trips on the agenda for this round.
Okay. All right. Next up would be the curriculum report. Mrs. Lips.
Good evening, everyone. Well Wednesdays, Martinsville schools have completed 10 Well Wednesday sessions this school year. Displayed on the panels this evening is a summary of the professional development that teachers and staff members have participated in since August. A Well Wednesday snapshot update. Approximately 20 additional students throughout the district have utilized early morning childcare in the schools on a Wednesday during at least one of the Wednesday sessions. The district attendance rate for Well Wednesdays is averaging 94.41. Interestingly, every Wednesday's attendance rate is the best rate of the week for the past 6 weeks. Our transportation department and schools have fielded random phone calls with questions regarding what time the bus will be picking up students. On Well Wednesdays, for all of us to note, our bus routes run exactly 2 hours later. For example, if a bus usually picks up a student at 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday, it picks up the student at 8:30 a.m., 2 hours later. Well Wednesday Professional Learning Community Time has allowed Centerton elementary teachers to center on vertically aligning skills so that students could switch teachers for reading 30 minutes and math 30 minutes each day per individual students' needs and skills being covered. The gift of professional time on Wednesdays has allowed Centerton staff to re-engage together as educators and to have ownership of all students' learning without the boundaries of individual classrooms. Well Wednesday Professional Learning Community Time has provided for Green Township teachers to improve their teaching with writing. Green Township K-1 teachers have been successful in teaching students to organize their ideas by implementing the 4-square writing method. The majority of student writings are now showing a clear beginning, middle, and end. The upper elementary classes have implemented the race writing strategy, and students are using text evidence to support their answers, which is translating to better scores on writing prompts and weekly fluency passages. Well Wednesday Professional Learning Community Time has given Post and Road staff the opportunity to develop SMART goals. That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. They have created SMART goals to improve students' academic achievement. 2 examples. 1 goal, 80% of 3rd grade students will earn at or above in the area of number sense on the 2023 iLearn assessment. 2nd goal, 60% of 4th grade students will earn a passing score of 2 of 4 on the writing portion of iLearn for the spring of 2023. Well Wednesday Professional Learning Community Time has been used by Brooklands 3rd and 4th grade teachers to meet with the NIET leader to explore in-depth the standards to benefit student learning. That's just a snapshot of what we've been doing. You've seen more thoroughly on the screens with each particular date for Well Wednesday. Anti-bullying campaign. During September, all schools in the Metropolitan School District of Martinsville participated in a district-wide anti-bullying campaign. Extra hard copies of that newsletter are at the back table as you enter the room. The purpose of the district's anti-bullying campaign was to educate all students about the various forms of bullying and the steps students and staff can take to stop and help stop bullying at their schools. The long-term goal is to eliminate bullying from our schools and to better provide a learning environment where students respect and treat one another with more kindness. We're going to try, with our new sound system, a small clip that was presented at Martinsville High School during our anti-bullying campaign.
The MHS cheerleaders and Red Blue Crew teamed up at Friday night's football game to say stop bullying.
Just a reminder from the MHS administration, MHS Rewind, and the MHS cheerleaders to stand up to bullying. Don't stand by. Stand up, stand strong, and stand together.
During the district's anti-bullying campaign in September 2022, every school selected activities, projects, displays, announcements, special presentations, guest speakers, social media, and various curricular activities to help educate and inform our school community about what is bullying, types of bullying, causes of bullying, children who bully, how common is bullying, targets of bullying, effects of bullying, what to do if you are being bullied, what you can do if you witness bullying, and what our school can do to stop bullying. Martinsville schools will also be recognizing the National Anti-Bullying Week. That is November 14 through 18. The theme during that week is reach out. In other words, see something, say something. I want to conclude tonight with shout-outs. Shout outs from all the schools in our district. Shout out to Martinsville High School teacher Tammy Huff, along with district staff, community partners, and students who organized, hosted, and participated in the Morgan County Unified Track and Field Day on October 4th. Shout out to future Farmers of America at Martinsville High School who will participate in the FFA National Convention in Indianapolis next week. Shout out and good luck to the Marching Artesians who will compete in the state's ISMA contest this Saturday. Shout out to all elementary school and Bell Intermediate Academy principals and teachers for facilitating parent-teacher conferences. Shout out to Bell Intermediate Academy staff and students for representing the district at Bradford Woods during the week of October 3rd for adventure education. Martinsville schools have been partnering with Bradford Woods, get this everyone, since 1957. That's a 65-year partnership. People wonder about partnerships, whether or not we partner with community members, community businesses, service groups. That tells us right there, 65 years our community supports our schools. Thank you to Bradford Woods. Shout out to South Elementary School, Good News Travels, Dr. Paul Morris and his representatives from Beer Bomb Elementary in St. Louis, Missouri, will be visiting South Elementary here in Martinsville to see and talk about South's communication program. We're excited about another school visit to show off our programming here in Martinsville. This is exciting news for our school and district. Shout out to Green Township teachers for using the aquaponics system to teach each class to grow an edible plant that they will harvest and eat. Shout out about Centerton's Firecracker Focus announcements, which are played daily for students and also posted on our social media. Ms. Creighton revamped these announcements this year and included both high-ability students and Centerton celebrities, students who earn stars for being safe team players, achievers, and respectful in the broadcast. Shout out to Paragon Elementary counselor Haley Hook, who created a student-led anti-bullying league council. This league council is leading the way for students at Paragon to be upstanders and to stop bullying at Paragon Elementary. Shout out also to Paragon Elementary School Library, Amy Hicks, who has motivated the Paragon students to be enthusiastically involved in the Accelerated Reader Program. Students are awarded prizes for reaching different AR point levels, and at the end of each 9 weeks, if students finish the grading period with an 85% comprehension score or higher on all their AR tests, students are invited to the AR comprehension party. Shout out to Brooklyn Elementary's second graders who are learning that they are not too young to make a difference. The second graders at Brooklyn are collaborating with each other to research bats, create a poster, and write a research report about their findings. The students are learning the importance of teamwork to make a change. Shout out to Bell Intermediate Academy teacher Lori Bolin for training and facilitating the new STEM class curriculum that started at Bell Intermediate Academy this year. Shout out to the MHS band, orchestra, and choir teachers and students for the wonderful fall concerts that were presented to parents and community. Shout out to the district's 3rd and 4th grade honor choir for representing Martinsville schools at the Martinsville Bicentennial Celebration. Shout out to Poston Road Elementary students for their participation in the anti-bullying poster contest and to Easton Mappus who won that competition. Shout out to Brooklyn Elementary for hosting all the other district elementary school students for STEM field trips. And just 3 more shout outs, but they're important ones. Shout out to Smith Elementary staff for recognizing students' acts of kindness. Kindness at Smith Elementary is the real superpower. Shout out to John R. Wooden Middle School for the creation and development of the 7th and 8th grade alternative education program. The Indiana Department of Education approved Wooden's program application, and they are in full swing. Shout out to South Elementary for being the recipient of the WRTV and Scripps Howard Foundation If You Give a Child a Book event. The book event will provide free books to local kids and teachers at South Elementary through a scholastic book fair in January. The kids will be able to choose their own books. Yes, communication. We believe open communication lines are the answer for solving problems and for building a stronger Martinsville school team. As the slide indicates, to receive text messages from the MSD of Martinsville, text Y or text YES to 67587. We are always happy to talk about programming, our schools, or your child's educational plan. You are welcome to email or call or stop by the office anytime. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening. If you have any questions, please give me a call or see me after the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lips. Okay, we move on to our action items. Mr. Boland, I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, before I go into those, I wanted to thank Mrs. Lips for all those shout-outs. Whenever you play in an extracurricular activity, usually there's a scoreboard that tells you who won or who lost at the end of an evening. When you're in the academic arena, you don't get that. You don't have a scoreboard. You have opportunities to give shout-outs for all the great things that are going on, so thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it very much. Okay, action item number 1, recommend the adoption of the capital projects plan resolution.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the motion for adopt the 2023 capital projects plan resolution.
I'll make a motion to accept the capital projects plan resolution.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Anyone have any questions? Okay, all in favor of accepting the capital projects plan resolution as presented, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Item number 2, recommend the adoption of the 2023 bus replacement plan resolution.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the bus replacement plan resolution for 2023?
I'll make the motion to adopt the 2023 bus replacement plan resolution.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. Anyone have any questions? Any comments? Okay, all in favor of adopting the 2023 bus replacement plan resolution, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Item number 3, recommend the adoption of the 2023 Form 4 Ordinance of Resolution for Appropriations and Tax Rates.
I move to adopt the 2023 Form 4.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion's made and seconded. Anyone have any questions or any discussion? All in favor of approving Form 4 for 2023, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Number 4, approve Resolution 452, which is the anticipated transfers between the Education and Operations Fund. As a reminder, we have to stay below a 15% threshold, and this keeps us in compliance with State Board of Accounts guidelines.
I'll make the motion to approve Resolution 452.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's made and seconded. Anyone have any discussions or any questions? Okay, all in favor of the approval of Resolution 452, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Item number 5, recommend the approval of Resolution 453, which is the 2023 budget resolution.
I move to approve Resolution 453 as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Anyone have any questions? All in favor of the approval of Resolution 453, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
If it's okay with the board, I'm going to combine 7, 8, and 9. Go ahead and list the donations that we have, and then you can vote on it in one block, if that is okay. Number 7 was the donation from Delta Theta Tau, make sure I get that right, to the MHS National Honor Society in the amount of $500. We have an anonymous donor to the Brooklyn STEM ECA general account in the amount of $1,275.28. And then we have a donation donation from Home Bank, who has always been a great community neighbor and partner, to MHS business students in the amount of $7,500. Recommend the approval of these three donations.
I'll make the motion to approve all the donations as been presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor of the approval of the three donations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Lips, that concludes the action items. I turn it back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Bowen. Okay, next up on the agenda are public participation. At the completion of the school board's regular business, a visitor who wishes to speak may do so at the discretion of the president. The visitor will be required to state his or her full name and will be given the opportunity to speak using the same guidelines that is used for the agenda items, not to exceed 2 minutes for each person. In an effort to fairly adhere to the 2-minute guideline for all speakers, we will present the 2-minute time on the interactive panels. Board members will listen to the speakers but will not engage in back and forth conversations. Board feedback or answers to the questions will be provided before the next board meeting. At the conclusion of the 2 minutes, speakers will be asked to return to their seats. Shall not be permissible to orally present or discuss complaints against individual employees of the MSD of Martinsville at any Board of School Trustee meeting. Such charges or complaints shall be presented to the Board of School Trustees in writing and shall be signed by the person making the charge or the complaint. Boisterous conduct shall not be permitted at any meetings of the Board of School Trustees, nor will any defamatory remarks be tolerated. We appreciate everyone's civility in maintaining a business order, which has been the practice here at our school board meetings for over a year. We respect all views. Thank you. Is there anyone at this time that would like to make a public comment, would like to speak?
Mr. Conway?
All right, my name's Dan Conway, 1580 Fox Cross Drive. I've got 2 children in the Martinsville School District, and I wanted to get up in front of the group today as a father, as a role model to my children. I'd just like to talk about a couple different things. I trust the school board, I trust the administration to do a lot of good things for our children, especially with 2 kids in the school district, and I think that's something very serious. I take it serious. I've obviously put my name out there for a couple different reasons on that, so my expectations are very high on that. As I do more research, I have more concerns, and I'm definitely going to get more involved in some of those. Why is our enrollment on a decline? I think that's something we got to be concerned with as a community, as a school district. What can we do different? Why are they leaving? What information are we sharing? Are we transparent about some of that? I think a lot of folks you talk to at different schools, there's different concerns, and I think we need to continue to look at that piece. Who's selecting the curriculum and what makes the person qualified? You see some of the different curriculum that's out there, and I think we can always debate different parts of that, but that's a good part to have a conversation with. Some of the grants we have, what ties are there for curriculum in the past? I think there's different conversations. I know talking to different people, talking to different folks in the community, I know there's some concern on that. What are we doing about drugs in the school, vaping? There's stuff in the classrooms, how we report different things, how we report the bullying. I see the video. It's a nice little snip, but are we talking to the children? Are we talking about the reality of what they deal with each and every day? It's definitely a concern. So as a parent, first of all, when I look at cyberbullying, I look at Yik Yak, I look at all these different things that are out there, it's the real deal. And I don't think people realize that unless you got some kids in the school. And I've got a 7th grader and a sophomore, and that's why I'm super concerned. I'm going to share my concerns with the group. How we report it, is it reported officially and correctly? That's the biggest concern I have. So I see my time's up, so my 2 minutes of transparency is over, but I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Mr. Mitchell?
Bill Mitchell, taxpayer. 3 years ago, we had a problem with the superintendents here, and due to manipulation by the people, one good superintendent got let go, the other one got filled in, and then all of a sudden, 2 new board members come along, 3 members come along, and their families all benefited from the superintendent being fired. The interim superintendent had his hands tied. He told me that himself. So, being that said, I read in the paper the other day for soil or drainage board, we're planning $5 million for a bond, and it says we're going to turf the football or the softball or soccer fields, both football fields, and a tennis court. Why are we spending $5 million on these things? No other schools have this modern stuff, but why are we setting ourselves out there so far in front of everybody else, which is going to raise the taxpayers' families' dollars for the boards to have a little fun with spending our money on things that none of other schools don't have. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, Mr. Boland, superintendent's comments?
Okay. Going down a little list here that I had made, I want to welcome the Lunds. It's always great to see you all. I know, as Don said, you came all the way up from Florida to be here for this special meeting, but it is great to have you back. A lot of people in this room have benefited from your expertise in the classroom and in the school building and guidance, so we welcome you. Welcome back. Our best fans at Martinsville High School. I could always look up in a ball game and see the Lunds. Didn't matter if we were home or away, we're going to see the Lunds. So we miss you very much, but welcome back. We have, obviously, this week, I know they're finishing up the elementary parent-teacher conferences. They're wrapping up here today. Bell Intermediate, they're going to be doing that on October 26th and 27th. We mentioned, or Mr. Lips mentioned, the Skilled Trades Open House coming up on November 3rd from 5 to 7. Get that information out there. We have some great programs that are going on in our vocational wing. That whole project, Lead the Way initiative, all that is taking place. Great opportunities for kids. We want to showcase that, share it, and get that information out there as much as possible. Veterans Day is coming up, quickly approaching, and each one of our schools will have a program for that. If you have an opportunity to take advantage of going into one of those programs, they do a great job honoring our veterans, so if you take advantage of that, if you would. Football sectionals coming up at Greenwood tomorrow night. Want to wish them luck. Cross country semi-state, we have Martin and Laura Barco both participating in that. Great family, great athletes. First race is going to start at 5:30. That's going to be at Brown County's course in Nashville, Indiana, and that once again is Saturday. We have a great recognition for Ethan Hainline, named to District 4 Soccer All-District Team. He's only the second player in Martinsville history to have been so named, so congratulations, Ethan. He's going to be at a statewide showcase on November 5th at North Central. What a great representative for the MSD of Martinsville and Martinsville High School. And I think it was already mentioned about the ISMA competition for our band participating on Saturday at Franklin Central. They're going to be playing at 4:30 to give you a start time. I know that we have the Spooky Strings going on right now at the high school. We have an event with the, I know out of, let's see, we have Green Township. There's an event going on. There's something going on, so we got to get out of here. I'll shut up so we can try to make it to the end of a couple of these.
Thank you, Mr. Boland.
Get spooked.
Any board member have a comment?
Just good luck to the band, to Laura and Martin Barco, football team. Congratulations to Ethan Hainline. And also, our MHS Dance Marathon is going to be hosting a haunted house, along with some other Halloween festivities for the community on Saturday, October 29th, from 5 to 9 at the field house at the high school. And all proceeds benefit Riley Children's Hospital. So if we can make it, that would be a fun night for everybody.
Anyone else?
Covered everything.
Okay, all righty.
She's ready to go.
Again, we would like to thank everyone for attending this evening. This time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned.